which I hate sometimes that I am so rational and level-headed about it. I wish I could be more free and flippant and... I am forcing myself to go out and do things past 5 o'clock. Well, because I don't want to be seasonally depressed, but let me tell you, it is getting... It's just hard. It's hard to leave the house when it's pitch black at 5 o'clock. And I feel like I hear a new thing every single time. It's like, oh, it's for the farmers. But then the farmers are like, it's not for us. And I'm like, who is this for? Also, every year they're like, we're going to stop it. This is the last year. But then here I am again. Pitch black at 4:30. Anyways, I can't complain. You know what? It's easy to complain. And I love complaining. I really do. I like to think I'm a pretty positive spirited person, but I do love to just go on and on and on about something. My skin is very dry. My acne's been flaring up again, so I'm back on that proactive life. Don't know why I ever stopped. I use it and it does the thing, and then my skin breaks out again and I start integrating other things. That being said, I am doing this Clinique stuff because as a makeup base, this is really good. But by the proactive, I mean like the step 2 benzoyl peroxide, the part that makes your skin dry out and kills all the acne. I want to get back into retinol. I'm gonna maybe work up to that. Anyways, it is easy to complain. It really is. I also think sometimes too, I go down like the rabbit hole of like influencer culture stuff that sometimes I just don't resonate with. Like, I mean, I guess I've been doing YouTube for over 10 years, which is crazy. The space has obviously evolved a lot, and I feel like what the word influencer means is obviously very different and didn't even exist what it meant, 10 years ago when I was starting out on YouTube. So sometimes I just see the amount of consumerism and it makes me sick. And I'm like, this is just not who I am. It's not what I'm about. And I sometimes struggle because I'm like, I love things. Like, I am a makeup artist. I love trying new products. I love testing out new skincare. I do love things, but there's just a level of like the fast fashion hauls and just like the more is more that I get so turned off of. And I'm like, how do I navigate my presence in this space when it feels like that is everything and everywhere? But then I also know that people are sick of that stuff. And if not me, who's gonna do it? You know what I mean? So, I think I went through a little bit of a crisis this fall and just trying to I don't wanna say refine my identity, but just really kind of be intentional about how I wanna show up online. And I think as I get older, I'm nearing 28 next month, which is crazy because I started on here when I was 16. It just makes me realize kind of how certain boundaries have changed of mine and how there is 5% of my life that I'm so happy to share and I love to talk about it. And I just I think I am inherently a little bit of a performer and I love to talk to people and I love to present and I love to go on talk shows and I love to do all that stuff. There is part of me that is so a part of my soul, but then there's a huge chunk of my life that I'm I just don't want to share online. So how do I have boundaries and still show up online? And I think actually they can exist. That's where I kind of landed. I think sometimes it's so easy to be so extreme and black and white and all or nothing, but that's just not true. So, I'll just show up the way that I want to, duh. Anyways, but went through a bit of a crisis post, I guess after September. Life had just been so busy. I've been traveling a lot and then coming back from being on the road for 20 days straight, back to back, all very exciting things, but being on every single day. I was just getting run down and a bit exhausted. And then that went right into TIFF season, which is the Toronto International Film Festival. And that's where I put on my little journalism hat and I do some interviews. I had some really fun interviews with Barbie Ferreira, Devin Bosdick. I'll actually put the link to that there. Those were all really fun ones. But I was doing the red carpets too. Absolutely failed the red carpets. Did not get one interview with one celeb. Ryan, I was gonna say Gosling, Ryan Reynolds. Maybe that's why I didn't get the interview. Which Ryan is it? Every single celebrity passed by. Paul Mescal. Not one person stopped. But I put in my time,
What's one thing you like? And that's what we got there. Oh, this is as close as we're getting.
2 moments later.
I'm trying to call him back. We'll call him back. Oh, the ladies are losing it. Paul Pandemonium. Another one bites dust.
Anyways, it was all very fun, but just busy. And then I think I just had a bit of a mentee be in a crisis. It hits me a couple times a year, so it's not shocking. This is actually disgusting. This is Halloween makeup that I have not cleaned up because I just came back. I was away in the Dominican Republic with my mom, which was so special because we don't get to travel that much as adults anymore. Anyways, so it's just been throwing things in bags and not properly cleaning up my space, which is not good. I should prioritize that tomorrow. Anyways, all that to say, I came back from a very hot and warm Dominican Republic trip. I was at an all-inclusive. I was at the Club Med Punta Cana, and I went to Club Med Niches, which is their other location, which that's like their fancy exclusive collection. And let me tell you, that is the one. Me and my mom had like this private villa with this like private pool, outdoor shower, access to the beach. It was very, very luxe. And it's interesting, like growing up, going on family vacations, we were much more like an adventure type vacation person versus like an all-inclusive. So I actually had only been to one other all-inclusive in my life before going to this one. Whereas I feel like some families are like, that's like their vacation. It's like beach vacation. And that was just never our family. So it was interesting to be exposed to that world. It was so much fun. It was so hot and so beautiful. All that to say, I flew back and it was snowing here in Toronto, which early November snow doesn't normally happen, at least in the city. I feel like sometimes we're lucky to even have actual snow by Christmas. So that was a bit of like a contrast therapy, a little hot sauna to cold plunge situation. All that to say, something about the first snowfall, it's kind of nice. It's like you're in the mood for it at that point. You're like, it feels very festive. I also am like, oh my gosh, Christmas season. I'm kind of in like the holiday mood already. I'm like, let's get to the Christmas time season. I'm on a new journey of life, trying to get rid of all of my artificial plants in my home and replace them all with real plants. So that also applies to my Christmas tree. I'm also on a big secondhand journey right now. I have just discovered Facebook Marketplace, and I'm trying to do a commitment to not buy any clothes firsthand, which I'm in a conflict right now because I am in a brand new outfit because I'm going to a brand dinner tonight and they wanted to dress me. That's kind of where I've let myself slide a little bit. I'm like, if it's a work thing and I need to get dressed in the brand outfit, I'm not gonna die on that hill. But if I'm buying clothes for my personal wardrobe and just buying clothes just for the fun of it, it has to be secondhand. I've been loving looking up like designer vintage, thrifting, consigning, curated designer vintage. Did I just say all the same things 4 times in a row? I feel like it's different. I'm like, if it's like curated high-end vintage, you can't call that thrifting. Like thrifting is when you're like shopping the racks and you actually are finding the thing versus like curated secondhand. All of the above though, I've really been loving, and it's kind of like reignited I've always loved fashion. I think I just like didn't allow myself to enjoy it because there was a part of it that never felt right. And even like, I mean, I've never been like a fashion influencer, never. I used to always wish I could be like that. But there was something I think that also just didn't resonate, that felt like it's just like, here, let me show you thousands of dollars of clothes that I probably wouldn't be buying if it wasn't for the content. Not to say that it's flaunting it, and that's not everyone in the fashion niches, like how they're doing it. Like people do it really thoughtfully, but there is a level of it that like, it just never felt fully right for me. But now something about the hunt of finding really amazing, high quality, natural fiber, material clothing that's like just amazing. I feel like there is like a golden era, like pre-2010s, like all the clothes are just so well made. Even just like the quality of fibers. I've like done a lot of research and it's been like a very fun fascination for me. Even just like, say for example, like wool. The quality of wool these days is just nowhere near what it was even like, 10, 20 years ago. So I've been having a lot of fun. And there's a level of like sustainability and reduce, reuse, recycle that really resonates with my vegan roots, you know? So that has been very fun for me. But also in that world, I've also been having so much fun with like homeware secondhand, selling things in my place that don't work for my space anymore, and just giving things a new life. So I used to always say I was not much of a shopper, but now it feels okay, dare I say. But yeah, there's a little bit of my ethical dilemma. Going to, I'll show you the fit now that I'm in it. Really giving Canadian tuxedo here. This is Buffalo Jeans. It's their latest collection, and they are in town and invited me to a dinner, which was very nice. So they're gonna cook me up some vegan goodness, and I'm excited to see that team. I've known them for a couple of years, and I did this really epic trip to Zion with them a couple of years ago, which was like pretty life-changing. All that to say, I've been feeling very called to just film and rant, and I feel like I'm at this phase where I'm like, I don't even want to overthink any of my videos. I just want to document parts of my life and talk to a camera, which is that just pure narcissism? Perhaps. Am I gonna do it anyways? Yes. I feel like I got some good color when I was away, which I feel like I always like a lighter makeup then, because I'm like, my skin looks more even, I've got a bit of a glow. I do always like a fake freckle though. That's a phase I haven't grown out of. I did grow out of my feathered eyebrows, and I was really into a few years ago. I thought the freckles were also gonna be a trend. I mean, they still are a trend, but it's a trend that I have not gotten sick of. I think I like it because it actually like contours my nose a little bit. But then it also, if you put on too much makeup, it makes your eye believe that you've got more of a natural makeup going on. Because you're like, oh, you can see freckles. Guess what? They're fake. They're fake. What was I just pondering about? oh, sometimes it's so easy to get in like a downward spiral and be like, the world is ending and everything is a dumpster fire. And that does seem to be the case, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it's annoying when people are like overly optimistic because you're like, literally everything is going wrong and what kind of world are we living in? And it feels like with the amount of progress and technology, the world should just be getting better. And it seems to not be doing that. And that just seems like really unfair and makes me sad for the millions and millions and millions of people that are suffering. So yeah, it's hard to not, like, how do you balance trying to be in tune and being aware of that stuff, but then also not letting it tear your own spirit down? I don't know if that's possible. But I did see something quite inspirational the other day that was like a good reminder. And it was like, girl, the world has been in many and many bad shapes. There's been war, there's been plague, there's been political violence, always. And there has always been hope and positivity and people find a way through, which I guess is comforting to a degree, but it is a good reminder. Don't lose your spirit. I say as my spirit has been lost a little bit. I don't know where I'm really going with this. All that to say, I think also just as I get older, I'm a lot more, I mean, I guess I've always been like quite intentional and aware of how I show up online, but I am extra conscious of it lately. And sometimes online can just be so miserable. I guess I'm not helping by like harping on it. We all know this. Brown mascara? Am I giving brown mascara today? Maybe I will. What the heck, let's do it. I look so much like my mom. I think it's the lighter hair. I catch glimpses of myself and I go, I am my mother's child. Stacking on a bunch of rings immediately just makes me feel cool. I'm just like, oh, I'm just cool. Like, you know how you have certain things? Like, you know when you see, there's like a specific type of woman you see that's like layered with like a ton of rings on. I'm always like, you're so chic. When I stack my jewelry, I'm like, I feel like I'm cosplaying her. I'm trying to be her. This is so cute. A little mocktail life.
We make a sauce from blood orange, a little bit of yuzu kosho, and then serve with some fresh blood orange, a little bit of compressed fennel, and dill.
There's nothing I love more than like a meal when like the chefs talk you through the actual tasting notes. Citrus and a tomato. Amazing. That was so much fun. There is nothing like a good event, like good curation of people. The food was amazing. Apparently they were Michelin trained chefs. Unreal. Also, there was a bit of a party starting at the end and I was like, I am leaving because I will stay and I will have too much fun. Super fun night. That was just reviving. A good touch point to the Toronto community. I feel like I'm a lot more intentional with the things that I do say yes for, but I feel like that really allows me to show up like 100% and just be like fully in it and present and absorbing it all and just appreciating the fun that is my life. Like, how incredible is that? Okay, I'm heading in to the Lush store. It's Lushmas, you know, my favorite time of the year. I actually don't know what their holiday collection looks like. Like, I haven't stayed up to date, so it'll be fun. The team is in there. I don't know if they've flown in from Vancouver. I feel very lucky. Like, this is literally my dream come true. I remember coming to this Queen Street store when I was like 12 years old, 13 years old, and it's very weird to be invited now for like work opportunities to be like, come check out the new collection. So let's do it. Baby. Oh my goodness. I'm overstimulated in the best way. What in the world? Sparkly broccoli? Why is this the most Jaclyn Lush product I've ever seen? Sparkly broccoli. Beautiful. Right? Okay, I'm here at Thick to get my hair cut by Morgan. It's just a little long and shaggy and I feel like I get the same thing every time. I'm very boring. I don't have that exciting of hair. 2 shorter face framing pieces. Maybe we'll trim that and then just clean up the ends. Okay, this is my favorite thing ever. It's the DJI Pocket Osmo. It looks like a little webcam, but what's so nice is that it doesn't look like a vlogging camera, so people aren't like as alarmed by it, but it's like stabilized. It's like the best thing ever. I just got it a few months ago and I feel like the coolest vlogger ever. I love it. But what's cool too, okay, so watch. If I put this on your face, now move around, it like will follow you.
Oh my god!
Isn't that amazing?
That's sick.
I know. Okay, I've been informed that this is a haircut, not just a trim. I always call it a trim.
This is not a trim. We took inches off.
Look at how fresh that is. It's funny how it makes it look instantly fuller when you go shorter.
It always smells so good.
So good.
I'm in the holiday spirit. Like, I know
Yeah.
it's only early November.
It's because of the snow.
The early snowfall, something about like the chill in the air. I want soup. Wow,
want
thank you,
soup.
Morgan.
You're welcome,
This
babe.
looks great. Love it! Okay, this is looking fresh. I just sometimes go through this phase where I'm like, chop it all off. I was in for a trim and I've been told that this is a cut. Feels good. I think I'm gonna do like a little unboxing. I do wanna do a little Lush review because I actually haven't even gone through that bag to see what they had yet. But this was sitting here on my desk and this might contradict what I was saying earlier in the vlog. Like, things are just things. Yes, that is a sentiment I believe, but I also love art and I love to collect. Kind of in the spirit of like feeling like I'm worth it to spend money on myself and allow myself that. And a part of my cleaning out my closet, basically I sold a bunch of my clothes and then the money that I made covered the purchase of this. So to me, I'm like, that was free money. It cancels out. I'm still in the green. Well, maybe not in the green. I think I broke even. But in the best way, I'd rather have one thing that I really love versus a handful of things that are like meh and don't get that much love. So going on the hunt for secondhand things has been really fun. And for a long time, I had been eyeing a Bottega clutch. And I wanted something that my rule also with like any handbags or specialty pieces, I had never really had any until like last year. And then I got my first designer bag, which was like, oh, I hate to admit it, it kind of like did scratch something in my brain. Ever since I was young, like I think my very first video on YouTube was a what's in my bag video. And it was like a Marc Jacobs bag. And that was like my big purchase when I was younger. And I was so excited about it. I've always loved a bag, okay? Like I can't help it. I do love a thing to hold my things. So I'd always wanted a Bottega clutch and I was like, you know what? Like I would just never buy one firsthand. If there's an interesting one that comes in the secondhand market, I can at least like justify that to a degree. But I also have had this rule, if I'm gonna buy a specialty handbag, it has to be kind of special and not just like the normal version of it. Then in the same breath though, I am a neutrals girl and I want something I'm gonna wear. So I was always like, I've always loved like the black pouch. I always call this like the dumpling bag. It's not actually, it's called the pouch. It's like the big oversized one. There's something about like, having it under your arm, that's so chic. Anyways, I saw this come up on a designer secondhand store and I went in to go see it. And what's exciting about this one is that it has kind of like this wood grain texture to it, which is really interesting. And honestly, I've never seen any bag like this. Like I don't even know what year this is from. I tried to look it up and get some info. I think they did this kind of embossed wood texture in a gold, a silver, and then this black. But I have like never seen this come back up and it was like in perfect condition. And there was just something about the week that I saw this pop up was the week that I had picked up my check from consigning other clothes and the number was the same. So I was like, okay, you're not spending any new money on it. See, I still have like the justification in my head. Is there a deeper inner psychological thing? I don't really think so. Like I know ultimately I can spend money on myself if I want to, but to me, I'm like, I have bigger goals than a nice handbag. Although I do like a nice handbag, like I'd rather just save my money and invest it in my home and do the smart thing, which I hate sometimes that I am so rational and level-headed about it. I wish I could be more free and flippant and, oh, let's just go on a shopping spree. But to me, I still need the justification. But anyways, the amount that I had consigned was like the same price point of this. So I was like, you know what, Jack? You can live life a little bit. So I've been bringing this out and it just makes me feel so special. I know that's so silly because it's just a thing, but there's just something about like the slouchiness, the size. The size of these things also freaking massive. I can fit like my camera in there. I can fit so many things. Do you see how big this is? So it's actually like shockingly very practical for a clutch. And then also I feel like I'm really entering the era of like weddings and events like that. And a chain bag or like a shoulder bag kind of sometimes kills the vibe. I mean, you do you, but like sometimes you need like a clutch with those like really elegant outfits. And I think she'll get a lot of wear. So I'm very excited about that. On this shopping journey also, I do have a package to unbox. Have I talked about my love for eBay? Like what is this, 2007? I'm kind of obsessed with eBay. There are so many high quality, good material clothes on there. And again, why not give things a second wind, another life? These textiles already exist. Let's make the eco-friendly choice. And half the time it's better made anyways. Well, I say all this, I haven't opened the box yet. Let's see if this lives up to what the listing said. I believe I paid $30 US for this, and that includes the shipping, which is like 50 Canadian, 55 maybe. Honestly, maybe 60, no, it's not quite that bad. I think it was like 50, 55, which for 100% silk doesn't seem that bad. And I've been kind of wanting a cool girl poncho.
Let me open it.
Okay, so I actually had a theory that this person on eBay listed it wrong and like they were not like displaying the poncho correctly because it looked like it had a V-neck, but I was banking on the fact that it's actually like an off-the-shoulder one. And this was literally brand new with tags, 100% silk. I'm curious actually what this retails for 105 US. That's crazy. Oh my God, this is exactly what I was hoping for. Yes. Okay, so they had this on their model like this way, so it was a V-neck, but I'm like, no, it definitely is like a shoulder moment this way. So that way it's just like a wide neck. It's not a V-neck. Oh yeah, they totally didn't get the vibe. Okay, so imagine this like silky bra top underneath for like a really fun night out in like the summer, but my vision is like cover up at the beach. Like jort, beach top, silk. Oh, I love this. I feel like I've been seeing kind of like the poncho trend. Well, just like, I mean, it's becoming a trend, but a lot of the brands are doing just like 100% polyester. And like there was one that I saw that was like so cute. I went to click on it. I always go to the description to see the makeup just to see. 100% polyester, $75. I'm like, how could people get away with this? It's crazy. But I think they're just banking on the fact that people are going to kind of buy into these micro trends. They're not looking to invest into their closet. And people would rather have an outfit for one day that fits the trends versus a piece that can stay in their closet and transform and sustain and wash well and wear well. That's not what people are concerned about. And I want to change that. And I don't want to be part of the problem that promotes that. And I think I've tried to be intentional about not doing that, but I've had my moments and not caring about what was in my clothes, which feels good for like 2 seconds when you open up the package and then you wear it once and one, it doesn't fit you right or it doesn't wash well, or it just collects dust in your closet. Like it's actually like a sickening feeling. And this is your reminder that more is not more. More is just more stress, more clutter to cut through. And also half of these are like actually questionable materials to have on your skin. Not to like in any way like health fear monger, it's not that, but like there's a lot of things that we just don't know what is in our clothes or like also at what cost. There is, I think, like a level of privilege in a way to be like, just take all of this time to find all of these amazing good quality basics and buy them secondhand or at a curated vintage shop. Like those come at higher price points too that are already kind of pre-selected. Because the reality is if you're like truly actually genuinely thrifting, that does take so much time. And some people are like, no, I need to go and just buy my white basic t-shirt at the store, like where I know I'm going to get what I want. So I also do get that. But I think if it is possible, I love online thrifting and secondhand shopping because it's just so easy to search for exactly what you want. And now I have this fun, cool poncho. Okay, wait, I actually have to quickly show you it standing up because I don't know if you got the full vibe. Do you see these fun sleeves? Okay, obviously not with like the full white tee underneath. That's not the vision. Like think tiny little top, a little, even like bralette moment. But like I would do a t-shirt, maybe just not this t-shirt underneath. Fun. Also, I do fear maybe this is TMI. Oh my God, I've been feeling so bloated today. I have been taking these iron pills, which I will say, it does warn you, can cause some indigestion. In the first few days, I was like rocking through it. I was like, oh, no problem. This is amazing. I'm on like day 4 and I'm like, my stomach feels a little funny. And I've been following the instructions, eating them with meals. And I think iron can just be a little intense on the body, but oh my God. I am feeling her today, that's for sure. Should we do a quick little Lush haul? And this is also the part where I accept that sometimes I am a walking irony and I'm like, sustainable secondhand. But then look at these new things that I got gifted to me for work. Sometimes we will be hypocrites and I accept that. And I am not perfect. That being said, you know, I will always ride for Lush. Been fighting animal testing since day 1. I think a lot of the time Lush gets kind of chalked up to be this like pink glittery bath bomb store, which yes, it can be part of it. But a lot of what they do at their core, and from day 1, at least ever since I've been, you know, a fan of them, has been rooted in sustainability, fair trade, actually caring about the quality of ingredients that goes into your products, using as many sustainable, self-preserving vegan formulas as possible, only using safe synthetics when needed. Just kind of like honestly all the things that have always been core to what I do, but it's easy I think in the beauty world to like distract from that when there's lots of new things. This is a beautiful knot wrap, which these are actually amazing for gifting. Another thing that I try to do is I feel like I am blessed with receiving tons of PR and gifts from brands, which is Very nice, but again, there's a lot of packaging that comes with that. So what I always try to do is save all the gift wrapping and all that stuff. So that way when I do gifts, at least I'm using the gift wrapping I already have. Duh, like everyone does that, right? We've always had like a ribbon bin growing up and like refolded tissue paper. Because why wouldn't you? But I've heard of people doing amazing, like, I mean, I've always known that you could do like knot wrapping and like use like reusable gift wrapping. So I'm gonna try that for Christmas this year. And this is perfect because I can do a little something in there, do a little knot wrap. And then I guess depending on like who you're gifting it to, if it's something that is like reusable gift wrapping, they can obviously just give it back when it's open. Or something like this, which is like perfect to be like, here's an additional thing. You can use this as like a hair wrap or a twilly on your bag. I don't know. But yeah, this was actually the very generous thing that we got to walk away from the Lushmas store experience, and I have not gone through it yet. The only thing, actually, I did request a sample of Ultra Blend because I haven't used this stuff in so long, and I kind of forgot how amazing it was, and something just unlocked in my brain, and I was like, I should try that. Oh my God, first up, Snow Fairy Hair Primer. I can tell you my mom is stealing this for me. Candy Cane Reusable Bubble Bar. This is a cutie. That is very nice. This is Snow Bear, a soap. Oh, this is really cute. Aw, creamy Snow Bear. It smells like almond icing. Snow Fairy Scrubby. Uh-oh, this is giving my mom. Oh, she's gonna eat that up. Look at that. Heck yeah. Snow Fairy smells like bubblegum, Swedish berry goodness. It's like candy. This is Rudolph Jelly Mask, which I actually did see this one in store. There's a little Rudolph nose in this. I'm pretty sure they've had this before. Like Oh my God, that smells like chocolate pudding. Oh my God, these are gonna be crazy. 2 Super Milks protein shampoo and conditioner. I have not tried the Super Milk hair stuff. I've obviously tried the spray stuff. I swear by that stuff. Whoa. Jaclyn. Stuff. I think I need another coffee today. Whoa. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love it. If there's one thing about me, I freaking love Lush shampoos and conditioners. They have so many good ones. Their potted ones in particular are always kind of amazing. I did like a full Lush favorites not too long ago, just being like, guys, these are still my favorite things. So watch that if you want the rundown, but I'm very excited about that. That is gonna go directly in my shower. What else do I have? Sticky Dates Hair Primer. Okay, so this might replace my Super Milk. I was actually running low on it, so, this smells so rich and heavy and like a baked good. It's crazy. Yog Nog Shower Gel. Posh Chocolate Shower Gel. I've never tried this one. Oh my God, that smells just like the Rudolph face mask. And last but not least, Sticky Date Shower Gel. Shockingly, have not tried this either. Wow, these are all very decadent, very gourmand. I'm very excited. This is like so fun. I just do love Lush. I'm feeling inspired to bake. I just went on a gorgeous walk in the most gorgeous neighborhood, and the snow is all gone now, so now it looks like fall again, and I felt like I was in a movie. And then I was like, you know what? I want to bake scones. I just got this burst of inspiration. Did I pick up any ingredients to make the scones? No. So the only person that I trust with my life, did I just click out of the recipe? Nora. If you ever want to try any vegan recipe ever, Nora Cooks is the one. I use her recipes all the time. I will try them blind and they turn out every single time. So this is the vegan blueberry scone recipe. So I was banking on the fact that I had frozen blueberries in the freezer. I do not, but you know what I do have a lot of? Cranberries. Some people don't want any added sugar in their juice. And I feel like it'll kind of work the same. I also have fresh lemon, and I think that'll go really good with the cranberry. So I'm gonna just follow her blueberry scone recipe, but put the cranberries in inside. Also, I'm just feeling really inspired. There's a bunch of really cool art courses at the Harborfront. There's like an art center down there. There's like screen printing, jewelry making, glass ornament blowing, a bunch of really cool workshops that I think I need to try. I'm just like, let the creative juices flow and let's get baking. I should preheat my oven. Like, I'm pretty confident that a microplane is the best kitchen tool ever. I love using it. That smells amazing. Wow, how is this day so good and it's not even 10 a.m. yet? Is my kitchen a mess? Yes. Is it clean though? Like, yeah. I'm just gonna do a little kneading. Perfect timing, the oven's ready. Okay, these look pretty good. Hey Google, set a timer for 22 minutes. These look absolutely amazing. I just made some quick icing sugar. I'm gonna drizzle it on top. This is just icing sugar, almond milk, and a bit of vanilla. I'm gonna wait for them to cool. It's smelling good in here. Like, I know I should probably like pipe the icing to make it look better. I just invited my parents to come on over because I was like, I got hot scones. I feel like that's the best thing whenever you bake, is being able to be like, everyone come over and have one. Okay, I think I'm just gonna like drizzle quick. Wish me luck. Woo, woo. Oh, this is fucking slaying. Oh my God, wow. Why would I put that in a piping bag? That works perfect. Oh my God, I feel like an artiste. Look at how insane these look. I gotta try one, I can't wait. For my guests. Look. I've never made a scone at home before. Shockingly way easier than it seems. Wow, this would be like a great thing to bring to someone's house. Like, it looks like you spent a lot more time than you actually did. Oh yeah. Mmm. Wait, the lemon cranberry is amazing. I think fresh blueberries would be amazing too, like a wild blueberry. Vegan pastries do not have to suck. You would never even know this is vegan. I think really when you get thinking about food, I just think about it as like carb, fat, and protein. So if I need butter in a recipe, I need something that has fat content. And then yes, you can play around with like, if it's all fat, if you have a bit of protein in that, or like, but really I just think of what I'm replacing. So it's like if I need cheese in something, maybe it's got a bit of protein and fat. So I'm gonna look for alternatives, like whether it's nuts, that could replace that. So I don't think you really need to be intimidated by, I don't know, the idea of vegan baking. It's like, I'm just not using cow butter, I'm using an oil-based butter or a coconut oil. The layers and the crumb on this though is actually insane. You know what? I think I need to call my brother and his fiance over too. I need to share these with everyone. I'm not kidding, that just changed the entire trajectory of my entire day. Those are amazing. Nora cooks. Her blog is the best thing ever, and I can't believe that that is a free thing that I just get to enjoy. Her recipes are so good. Nora doesn't even know I exist. Nora, I love you. If you ever see this, love you. Oh, is my camera dying? Why is this on an angle? I just had my beautiful scone for breakfast. It was so inspirational. I had the best day last night. Oh my God, I didn't even vlog the Tetris. I don't know how to explain this, but I was out at a Tetris competition with Red Bull, which is exactly what it sounds like. Like, it was literally the best Tetris players in Canada that were competing. And then I think if they won, they go to Dubai with Red Bull, and then they play Tetris with drones, massive. Red Bull inspires me every time. I just don't know how they do it. I said something really dumb when I walked in because I was like, I was almost imagining like Survivor style, like massive blocks. Like, I thought there was gonna be like a physical, like massive Tetris we were watching, which I realized makes no sense because like where do all the pieces drop down from? I was thinking like giant Blockus. Blockus? You know that board game? It's my favorite board game. So it's like, oh, we're just watching the projections, which was still cool. I just think I was so confused. I didn't know what I was walking into. Very inspirational. Maybe this should be a new... I mean, I was talking to the Red Bull team and I was like, I need to do something crazy with you guys. I want to do something crazy. So very fun day. Ended up going out to a little show on the West End. Had a great night. I can't actually even compute what my hair looks like right now. I love a slick back, but the next day, it makes me feel like I'm a little wet rat that's been under a tire. Okay, you know how I was talking about these art classes at the Harborfront? I'm signing up for them right now. This was my mission. So I'm doing like a version, not screen printing, but it's like printing. I actually don't know. You know what? I'll maybe show you tomorrow and explain what's going on. So I'm going to sign up for this right now. Again, I don't know what the psychology is of this, but I have a little bit of guilt of spending money on myself. Like, to me, I'm like, oh, this is an indulgent, fun craft day. But it's like, no, I'm allowed to invest in my artistry in different ways and explore different crafts. But I don't know why there's this little thing that's like, Jaclyn, not that I don't deserve it. Like, I know I don't know what it is. It feels like, oh, do I need to spend money like that on myself? I don't need to, but I want to. And I guess that's what life is all about, right? Why do you work so hard if you can't spend your money on the things that you want? Okay. Boy, my Amex has been getting lots of use this season. Gearing up for Black Friday too. I actually feel like I'm a lot better now as a gift giver. I do my shopping like truly in November because December always just escapes me. I've got my birthday, Christmas, festivities, all these things, holiday wrap up, work wrapping up. So I've tried to do all my shopping before, and I feel like I have a lot of birthdays also in December. In the spirit of like reducing and buying secondhand, I also don't want to buy throwaway shit gifts that people aren't gonna like. So let me inspire you. It's gonna sound crazy, but the Pinterest board is the one. Like, I'd rather just buy something that you actually want and will like and will use. What a great morning. I am feeling inspired. Life is good. I just had the best day ever. Oh my goodness. Okay, I spent the day in the East End, went to Leslieville. I found the coolest store ever, and I don't think I've heard, I'm like, maybe, you know, one of those things when you learn about something and then you hear everyone else talking about it and you're like, oh, has everyone always just been talking about this? I just never tuned in. I fear that this might be the situation. The Source Bulk Foods. It is so amazing. I met the owner. His name was Charles. He was so lovely. We just kind of got chatting as I was in there and just getting to like hear his story and also like all of the suppliers that he brings in all the food. He'll be like, yeah, this banana that's dehydrated. I have a guy down the street who dehydrates the bananas. Like, everything is as local as possible and the quality is insane. He just was like going around and like I was sampling everything. I had so much fun. So food haul, I just put everything into my reusable jars. This granola, it's a malted vanilla granola. Unreal. Just got some sticky rice. Oh, the most important part, it's like beautiful in there. And you know, like those like wellness kind of stores that seem elevated and you end up actually spending 4 times the price just because it's like bougie wellness. That was not the case with this. I feared it might be, but the pricing was insane. Even like a vanilla pot, a massive fresh vanilla pot was like $5. If you go to like Bulk Barn, that's like $13 and it doesn't even look nearly as fresh. Pricing was amazing. The quality of the food was incredible. These are just coconut chips. So amazing. He was like, doesn't that taste so good? And I was like, yeah, what the hell have I been eating? He's like, a lot of the coconut oil, the oil actually goes rancid. And I was like, oh, I think now I've ruined myself forever. This was really cool. They make this with their nutritional yeast and there's like onion powder, salt. It's like their vegan Parmesan. I was sampling it. I was like, literally sold, say no more. Just got some orzo, just some sugar, and then some pasta. Anyways, The Source, check them out. I'm pretty sure they also have a store in Roncy. But yeah, it just absolutely blew my mind. The granola, like, everything's there. All your pantry essentials. You can bring your own jars or you can buy some jars there or just put them in like paper containers. Yeah, it just brought me so much joy. And it was like the most like amazing organic moment that happened that I was like, this is what I needed today. It was just kind of like what a shopping experience should be in the sense that, well, one, getting to meet like the people behind the business, like always adds a connection, getting to hear their stories, but then also like amazing customer service. Like, you know, I was engaged right away and I was like, oh my God, I love that. I'm going to buy that. And it's like, here, try this. Like, it was just like a perfect experience through and through. And I was like, damn, you don't always have that. You don't always have that nowadays. And it's always just so nice to support like a small local, I was gonna say grocer. This isn't a grocer, like a bulk pantry store. So big shout out. Just happened to wander in there. The Source Bulk Foods. Amazing. So thrilled. What a day. Okay, so today is not my day. I was very excited because I had my crafting class today. I was gonna do my screen printing of sorts, but, and I always take pride on the Jaclyn Juju. 2 people have canceled on me today. So this morning I had actually a meeting in the morning. I mean, it wasn't necessarily super pressing, so it was fine to reschedule, all good. And then I just went to my craft class. I get there, and it was my first time there, so I didn't really know how like the protocol worked. And I'm kind of walking in, I'm like, why do the lights all seem off in here? Why does this not seem high foot traffic? I'm kind of looking in the studio, and I'm like, I don't think anyone's here. And at this point, I'm kind of walking around. I'm like, okay, maybe I went to the wrong section. I'm double checking the date. I'm like, did I book this for the wrong date? Like, you know, when you start to second guess yourself. And then I'm like, no, it definitely is today. I'm walking around like, perhaps I'm at the wrong entrance or the wrong studio. Things aren't looking good at this point. Now it's like 5 minutes to like the class start time. And I'm like, no one's here. I'm trying to find an email to contact. I end up speaking to the kind of like event coordinator who helps coordinate all the different artists in residence. Anyways, long story long, I guess she didn't realize that there was a booking today, somehow double booked herself, so she was not there. Because at first I was like, okay, if someone's running late, no problem. I had like a flexible enough end time. But yeah, so it turns out she wasn't there, which whatever, I get things happen, it's all good. I was just so excited for it. That being said, it sounds like there's gonna be another class that we can do to make up for it. So now I'm just like, my day is so free. I'm like, clearly there was some reason in the universe that wanted me to either have a chill day or be at home. So you know what? I will take the sign. In positive news though, I'm not sure I showed you my Norfolk pine delivery. Did I explain this, the whole Christmas tree thing? I'm going for like a real Christmas tree, but I still didn't want a Christmas tree that gets cut and like is dead. So I just figured, why don't I get like a pine tree that can just stay in the house and be like a house plant. So wish me luck. This one's very cute. So my living room is slowly turning into a jungle, but this is my pine tree. Isn't this so cute? I need to get a proper planter for it, but it is so freaking cute. It's giving like tropical Christmas tree in the best way. So I'm gonna let it adjust first and kind of get used to this environment, maybe for like a week or so. I don't wanna shock it and put a bunch of ornaments on it right now, but I'm gonna decorate it maybe this week or next week and get it proper into the festive mood. Also, these plants are going insane. I just think my place has so much light and it's like a greenhouse in here and all the plants are thriving. So this is some positive news. My little cactus, well, not so little. Everything's just thriving. Anyway, so now I am twiddling my thumbs. What shall I do? I've been kind of putting off a full studio clean. I want to just go through my entire makeup collection and do a huge purge. That feels like a big beast of a project, but maybe it's time. I just don't want to do it. Like, it's not like a fun thing for me. It feels just like a lot of work. Well, on that note, the vlog is gonna end here. This was a fun one. I'm feeling back into the rhythm of this, and I feel like there's something nice about having little touch points throughout the day, and these are just kind of the videos that I like watching. I like videos lately that aren't like super edited. They don't need like the music overlay transitions every moment. I think there's, I don't know, a desire right now online for like, I don't want to say like realness, but just like normalcy, I guess maybe is a better word. And I like watching videos where it feels like this is someone that I would like be friends with, and it just feels like normal and gives you a bit of peace of mind that like everything in life isn't on fire, which I think it might be, but maybe a little bit of blissful distraction is nice. Yeah, let me know what's up in your life. Let me know your roses and thorns of the week. I would love to know. One of my roses was definitely discovering that bulk food store. It was just like the perfect shopping experience and just everything I love about life. And it makes me want to open up a store. Like, should I open a bakery or like a cafe one day? I don't know. Wow, this has been fun. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Love you. Love you. Okay, bye.